Hey everybody, we're gonna give them a minute or two here. Give everybody a chance to catch up. I'm going through the process of reassigning your rooms. It won't let me do that until you or assigning your rooms, I should say. It won't let me do that unless I go ahead and wait until you log in. So give me a few minutes and I'm working on that and we'll get ready here in a minute and go. So it's Brett.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
Sure. Chef. Felicia Williams. Felicia's note taker is here, but she's not. That's interesting. Okay, see who else is here.
Chris, Felicia was in our group. She won't be in today. She won't be in the class today.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Yep, you welcome.
Chef Felicia or Felicia Williams?
Both of them were in the group. Felicia Williams told us she won't be in the group today.
Okay,
And that was for group 9.
right.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and get going here. So, um, what I want you to do is I want you to continue the activity that we were doing on Tuesday. And so I'm going to give you another, um, let's say another half hour to get it wrapped up. And then I'll check with about 25 minutes to go and see how everybody's doing. I'm going to put you back in your breakout rooms. And I think you all know what to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and open up the rooms and then I'll continue making assignments. Okay, so the room should be opened up. Um, Angel Acton, what room were you?
No, well, this is my first day here.
Okay. Well, if you'll hang right here, then I'll hang right here and I'll catch up with you. How about Becky Reich?
I think our room was 6, maybe, with Donna and Sharon.
Yep, that's right. That's based on my list. Okay. Beverly?
I was with Nicole. Was it Nicole? No, it was with help me out.
I'm looking.
Bernard. Was it
Me,
Bernard?
Beverly,
Lainey.
Beverly, myself, and Bernard.
Thank
There
you,
you go.
Nicole. Thank you.
Room 10. Okay. And who else was in room 10? Okay.
Nicole was
Donna,
in
what
room
room were you
2.
in?
What rooms are you talking about? The one where we made the conference?
Uh-huh.
Nicole was in room 2.
Nicole
Is
Johnson
that
was with Beverly and Bernard. I forgot.
okay? Okay, hold on. So Nicole Johnson was with Beverly and Bernard, so that would be room 10, 9. Hold on a second. Let me it's room 10. Okay. Donna, where were you? You were in room 6. Okay. Felicia's note taker isn't anywhere. I don't know who iPhone is. Josh Sims, what group were you with? Do you remember? I'm looking.
I believe it was
You were with room 8.
Yeah, roommate. And I believe we had Jacquees and we had Lovette in that room.
Lavetta,
Yeah.
she's not here yet. And who else was in there with you?
Jacquees.
Peace. And she's not here yet. Okay. You're in a room by yourself for right now until they show up. So, and I'll assign maybe have some other people in there.
Sometimes that's how I like it.
Okay.
I quickly realized that we didn't.
Chris, this is Martin. I wasn't here on Tuesday, but you could put me in room 8.
Okay. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to get through the people that
That's
we've
fine.
got. Yeah, so
I'm
Jaquan.
gonna mute my microphone. I'm gonna be doing something else, so I'll be listening.
Okay. That was in room 2. Lanny was in room 4.
Chris, can you send me back to room 6? I went there immediately and no one was there. And now they're in there and I'm not.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Chris
Should be.
shows up as Cosmos. This is Willie Neal.
Willie Neal. Okay. Were you here yesterday or Tuesday, Willie? Yes, you were. You're in
Yeah,
room
that was
1.
under Willie Neal, but yep. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I have a long list here, so I'm not, I copied all that. I'm just trying to, if you know, Catherine, do you know?
I think I was in 11.
No.
No, that's not where I was. I wrote
Not by my
11 on
record.
all my stuff. I don't know where I was then.
You were with the other ladies, when you were you
I
with
know
the
I was
other
with
ladies?
Candace and
Yeah, you're in room 1.
oh, okay. Well, I added an extra one.
Yeah. See, Bernard is in room, where's Bernard? Bernard was in room 10. So he's easy to, here we go. Martin, I don't have to put any, Martin can go anywhere. Marianne Strong was in room 4. Getting there. Okay, Michelle Jones.
I was in room 2.
Room 2, thank you. There you go. Renata was in Renata. There you are. You're in room 3, Renata.
Okay.
Shanita Truth. Oh, that's Shanita. What the heck? Shanita. You remember what room you're in?
I was in 12, but Trace, Jerry's not gonna be there, and Charles is not on here. I don't see his name on here yet. So it was
All right,
only
well,
yesterday.
okay, I'm gonna put you in there, and if he comes, you'll go in there together. If not, you can come back out. All right.
I'll just hold in the room.
Yeah, or you can wait here and see if he shows up. That's the other thing you can do. Tamika. Where were you, Tamika? You're in room 7. Okay.
Where's the other one at? It was somewhere.
Yeah, I think you're in room 7 with Tanisha and yeah, Tiffany. Yep. Okay. You go. Come on. Taquan, you're in room 11. Hello, Shay. You were in.
Hello.
Hello. I'm trying to find you. I don't see you. There you are. You're in room 11. There you go.
And Liz Gore, I was in 3. I was in group 3.
Elizabeth Gore, you were in room 3. Okay. Here you go. Nicole Lloyd, where were you? Do you know?
2.
Okay. I'm going to send you to 2.
Thank you.
Yep. There you go. Tanita, I hope I said that right, is in room 4.
You kicked me out the class, out the whole class, Chris.
It kicked you off the whole class.
Yeah, kicking me off the Zoom.
Huh.
I had to log back in.
That's a pretty smart Zoom if it's kicking you out, isn't it?
Yeah, that's okay. I've been kicked out of worse rooms, so it's okay. I'm okay. I can handle it.
You can handle it. I know.
Yes.
Bobby Mull, you go to room 1. Chef Grady or Chef Felicia, you go to room 9 with Brett. Sorry about that.
Okay,
There you
thank you.
Dr. Delilah. Dr. Delilah, do you remember where you were?
Was out yesterday, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, I'll get you assigned somewhere.
Okay, thank you.
You were out yesterday. Okay, so let's assign you to, I'm going to put you in room 8 with Josh Sims.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Shanita, let's just put you in. Shanita is in room 12, and I got nobody in room 12, so let's put her. Shanita, you're going to go in room 11 with Shay and Takia. There you go. Delshia goes. I saw that name. Where does that go? Delshia. Delshia, were you here on Friday? Or on Friday? On Tuesday? It's a long week. How about Zach? Zach, were you
Good
here
evening,
on?
Luis. This is my very first day here.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a second then.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Martin, I'm going to put Martin, and he's listening in anyway. I'm going to put him in room 10. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, and then Jaquise. Jaquise Tucker goes to room 8. Jaquise, you go to room 8.
Correct.
There you go. Sorry about that. Sorry it took so long. Okay. Tanisha. Where is Tanisha? Tanisha Bellamy. There's got to be. There she is. She's in room 7. Okay. Okay, so that should leave. Does that leave anybody? Okay. All right. So, David Granson, we're doing an activity where we are basically creating a conference. They're creating a plan to do a conference.
Okay.
And it's a complete plan. Strategy, operations, a whole bit. So do you want to just bounce into you want me to put you in one of the rooms so you can just hear them going at it?
Yeah, that's kind of what the idea of what Emil had. And then he said that Heather and I would be in an official class on Saturday.
He did.
Yeah.
Cool. Is he doing okay, I'll talk to him. Here you go. I'm gonna put you in with Elizabeth Gore and Renata Dalton.
Sounds good.
That was room 3. Okay. You should have got an invite for that. Okay, so I have Angel. Is that right? Am I saying your name right, Angel?
Yes.
Okay. And Zach. So just by accent, you sound like you're both from the continent. Is that true?
The continent. Yeah, we are from Africa.
Okay. Are both of you from Africa?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Zach, are you from Africa as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I want to talk about this. I appreciate you all staying up for this, right? I know what time it is there. It's like, what, 1 a.m, something like
We
that?
Oh
actually
no, but we live here. I live in
Indiana.
the US here.
You live okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
cool.
Indiana,
So
yes.
how did you get in this class? Who told you to come?
Angel is my friend. Angel invited me, and I completed the application, and
Okay.
I received an email from your team, I will assume.
Yeah. Okay. And Angel, how'd you find out? I'm just curious.
Yeah, so I went, they said something, women tech, something in downtown Indiana. So I went there and I met Mr. Emil. I met some other ladies that were in the program already. So I got a little bit of whatever, and they said they had a course. So I signed up with Miss Shanika, and she gave me a 2 hours course of AI prompt. So I told her that if they start the master training again, I would like to be in it because I really like I have a background of computer science, so it's something that's interested me. So when they started, she sent me the message, but I didn't see it early. So yeah, and since Mr. Zach as well, he's very interested in the AI.
Right.
Yeah, I told him.
Okay. So have you been through our 12-hour class yet?
No.
No? Okay. So we have a 12-hour class where we go through and we teach fundamentals of AI.
Okay.
Okay. And so we do things like we learn about what an LLM is. We learn about, we talk about ethics. We talk about shotting, right? Giving examples, giving it information. We talk about the best way to do a prompt, those kind of things. So, and that's usually about it's about 6 to 8 hours of classroom, and it's about another 4 hours of self-study.
Okay.
Okay. And then you step into this class. Now, if you're all willing to put the work in and catch up, I'm fine with you being here. So that's kind of up to you.
It's okay. We are champions. So
Okay.
well, I don't know. I'm a champion. I can run for it, but if there is any recordings of otherwise I can just see what the other people are doing and do my research. And I know that Mr. Zach as well, because he's my coach somewhere else. So I know that he's very, very yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the fact that you're both here tells me you're interested and willing to catch up. So I'm willing to help you.
Thank you.
What we'll do is go ahead and put you all in the I'll go ahead and put you in the classroom so you can see what they're doing, right? We're in breakout rooms right now. And you heard me tell Mr. Granson that what we're doing tonight is we're building, we're using AI to iteratively and incrementally build a plan to start and run a conference, right? So And the idea there is that you start, if you think about chain of thought, right? When you start thinking about something, you think about, you start thinking about something and that leads to something else. And right. And you just keep thinking and you keep iteratively and incrementally thinking until you get to where you've got a good answer. Well, that's what kind of
Okay.
what we're working on tonight is that you're starting out with a plan and how do you use AI as a thought partner to
Okay.
iteratively and incrementally learn, right? So you're going to go, we take you through the process of doing that, right? Asking it, starting out with, I've got a project. You've got some medals hanging in the background, and I heard you say you run, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say for the sake of let's say for as an example, that you say, I want to develop a training program so that I can run a marathon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, that would be easy, right? You could sit down and it's chat
Mm-hmm.
GPT would spit something out. But there's a problem with that, right? What's the problem? The problem is you don't know where you're running, right? If you're running in Indianapolis, it's pretty flat.
Mm-hmm.
If you're running in Denver, Colorado, it's a lot of this, right? It's a lot of ups and downs. It's at a
Yeah.
higher elevation, right? Because it's up in the mountains. Indianapolis is down low, right? It's down
Mm-hmm.
relatively not too far from sea level. What if you're running on the East Coast? That's different than running on the West Coast, right? Because of the temperature differences. So you would use AI to help you. You would use a series of questions, giving it more and more information to develop that plan, right? If you said it may spit out a plan and you say, well, I really don't want to run on the weekends.
Okay.
So it would revise its plan. That's the kind of thing we're trying to get you to do is to use AI as a thought partner because I believe AI is user should be you should follow a human-centered AI. You should always have a human in the middle of it. And that's
Yeah.
what they're going through and doing now.
Okay.
So let me have you go ahead and we will put you into the rooms.
Okay.
Okay. And you can watch. And then what we'll do is tomorrow morning, I'll send you an email with the steps you need to go that you can go through to get signed up. Okay. To get not just signed up, but where you get the materials and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does
Mm-hmm.
that work?
Okay, Chris. Yeah, Chris, I have a question.
Yeah.
I personally don't have an IT background, but I don't know if it is required. But what if I get into the session we're doing today, and I realize that I still need the fundamentals that we have not gone through? Is it a process for me to go through it before I can catch up with this?
Well, yeah, that's what I'll give you the materials that you can go through
Okay.
and learn. Today, just listen.
Okay.
They're wonderful. Just tell them you don't know any. You're just starting. You don't know much about AI. And this group and what I find is I do a lot of group exercises. Like this is the fourth class that we've had, right? We do 2 hours a night, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So this is the fourth time. And 3 of the nights, I probably have talked about maybe 15 minutes. The other hour and 45 minutes has been activities where they're off in their rooms working together. Because I believe you learn more from each other than you do from me.
Yes.
So I give you a foundation and then I give you a foundation and then you go off and explore and learn through hands-on experiences with others, right? With the whole idea is you're learning from other people and you're collaborating and figuring out together. Most of the people in this cohort do not have an IT background,
Okay.
right? Most of the people in the world don't have an IT background. So we don't want them this program is really about democratizing AI.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
and we can talk some more about that if you want a little bit later.
Okay.
Are you ready to go into the rooms?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. I am going to put, Zach, I'm going to put you with Catherine.
Okay.
And she is where is she? She is a doctor, Dr. Catherine, and she's
Okay.
really, really good. Let me find out where she is, and I will get you. And then Angel, I'm going to put you. Catherine's right there. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Jack, I'm going to put you in room 1. And then Angel, I'm going to put you in room 5, which room 5 has Carletta Clark and Sheree Gay. Correct? I can't even say her name. Carletta Clark, I know, is a banker, a business banker who works in communities trying to help, small businesses get started. So I'll put you in with her.
Okay.
She's a good one.
Thank you.
There you go. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, man. How are you?
Good. I've been hanging out in the corner behind some books, just seeing what you're doing. So you got them in breakout rooms, huh? A lot different than what we did going through. So obviously you've improved or progressed in the course.
Well, they went through a different it was a different progression with them. So they've all been through the 12 hours.
Right.
Right. And so they have picked up on they got a lot of the fundamentals, right? That what they didn't get was a lot of the teamwork in the 12 hours that they had. So the idea here is we're going to put them in the 12 hours and get them collaborating and learning from each other.
Interesting.
They've already written a book. So what I got them doing now is using how to use AI as a thought partner.
Wow.
So building a plan for a conference.
Mm-hmm.
And they're choosing some of the parameters, who it's for. One of the groups was started out doing a grandmother's conference.
Okay.
And then adapted, right? Figured out because you have to figure out how to market it. You have to go through the marketing and all that.
Wow.
So
Okay.
There's a lot of collaboration going on. And so it's pretty.
That's great.
Different.
Yeah. Renata Dalton and Chef Felicia were in my group. I think Charles Lee, Bernard Tucker were some of the other folks that said they were interested. I don't know if they've attended.
Yeah, Bernard is.
Okay.
Bernard Tucker is. He's in room 10.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
Charles Lee. Charles Lee.
I don't know that I've seen him.
Okay.
Chef Felicia is in room 9.
Yep. Okay.
Yes, and I got kicked out, Chris. Sorry to interrupt, Deacon.
No worries.
But I got kicked out of there. If you don't mind, Chris, I know you called, but I couldn't get to the screen to press mute. If you don't mind, Chris, I'm gonna just log in on my computer, and once I log in on my computer, if we're not back in the classroom, you can put me in there. But I'm okay if you're okay.
Okay.
We pretty much got our stuff done, and I sent them an email on a case study, and I sent it to you too, Martin, so you have oversight on that. Just to take a look at it as well.
It's not Martin.
Oh, they look I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. God bless me. I apologize. I can't. Oh man, y'all, you got a twin. I promise you.
I wonder if it's me. I got a twin out there.
This is one of my friends. I'll refer to him as one of my friends and former teammate.
Wow.
Hey, Brett.
Oh, this is Daryl.
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl, I'm 34 years in aviation, so you do the math.
Okay, so more confusion. That's Daryl Other
More.
Daryl. I'm Daryl
Oh,
Warren. No
Lord,
worries.
Chris set me up for failure. Chris
No
set,
worries.
it's the challenge. Chris always challenging us.
I know. No worries at all,
problem,
Brett.
opportunity,
Enjoy.
addressing
All
who
right.
you're bringing together, the transformation you are creating, and why this matters now. So that's what we have to have for phase.
Hey, Denise.
Denise.
Hello, Denise.
An opportunity.
Yes.
Addressing. We know who we're bringing
I hear.
together.
Is
We
that
talked
you? I
about
hear.
the transformation.
Can you join our room?
We talked about why this
I
matters.
think it's Denise
So
Ship.
phase 2,
Yes.
the deliverables.
What room are you in?
I think I'm in room 3.
Okay, I'll put you in room 3. Here you go.
Thank you. Can you join us?
A strategic brief, 1 to 2 page
There
covering
you go.
our target audience profile, value proposition for each stakeholder, conference theme and messaging.
We're asking you to join us.
Oh, you're asking me to join you? Yeah, I can join you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll be right back, Daryl.
Chris, I'm gonna let you go.
Those are the things that we probably need to start plugging into.
Would you like to come? Okay.
Um,
Daryl, would you like to come back in about 40, half hour,
so the
45
question
minutes?
at the top
Yeah,
said,
I will.
prompt your AI
Sure.
Okay, cool.
based on
Okay.
our audience and
I'll
value
come back.
to help
Thanks.
See you then.
decide
Thanks.
conference
Bye-bye.
theme before back.
Okay, so I got to join room. Man, boy, you put me at a challenge here, Denise. Gotta tell you.
Challenges is good, everybody.
Hey, Eldred.
Hey, Chris, sorry about the tardiness.
That's okay. Where do
Yeah.
you need to go? What room?
We were in Rome 2 last time. Michelle, Nicole, and Gina. Jaquantra.
Michelle, Nicole. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm going to send you to room 2 then. We're going
Thank
to be in there for probably another, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, and then I'll be pulling everybody back. So
Okay.
here you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, Chris, I've made it home. If you didn't mind, would you mind putting me in room 9, please?
I would be glad to do that.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Sure. No worries. Glad to help.
Sorry, Chris, can you let me back into my room, please? And could you uh enable the sharing mode so I could share my screen, please? Thank
I
you.
think I did, but I'll double check it. What room were you in?
Um, oh God, 6 or 4? I think 6.
Who was in? Do you know who was in your room?
Miriam and uh I think what's it? Adiana?
Mary, there you are. Miriam and
Deandra? What's her name?
Denise
Mm-mm.
and Tionda.
Tionda, yes.
Okay. I'll put you in room 4.
Gracias. Thank you.
There you go.
Mhm. Oh my God, Chris. I keep pushing the wrong button and I keep exiting out.
Room 4, right?
Yes. So
Here you
sorry.
go.
Thank you.
No worries. No worries. Here you go.
Chris, can you send me Tianda back into room 4? Because for some reason I'm out as well. So I thought it
No,
said leave the I thought it said leave, so
you left.
I left.
All righty. Okay, I'm going to have to move you to a room and then move you back to room 4. It's crazy the way it works. So hold on, okay?
Okay.
I'm here, Chris. I'm just incognito.
Incognito, huh?
Or other people would say incognito, but yeah.
Oh man. Long day. Long day.
So you're doing 2 a week for 12 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're talking about starting InnoPower Africa.
Okay.
We're talking about potentially doing some certified master trainers there, and we'd be starting in those would probably be an 11 to 1 time frame. Because
Oh,
they're because they're 6 hours ahead of us, right? So
right.
if I start at 7, right, then it's what is that, 1 in the morning?
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. If you think I'm boring at 7 o'clock at night, imagine how boring I am at 1 o'clock in the morning. Right?
You
It's like,
probably sleep actually.
yeah, I probably hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. But you know, this is I mean, I mean, just looking at there's like 40 people here.
We're
I mean,
back.
it's amazing how many people just come, want to do this.
Room 9, our time expired, so we're back.
You're back, huh?
We had a good
Yeah,
conversation.
we're back too. Great conversation.
Cool. Is everybody back? Okay, good. So I'm going to give your brains a rest here. What I'd like to do now is we have the luxury, and I say luxury, right, of one of our best certified AI master trainers out of our first cohort is with us tonight. Just popped in, and that's the way these folks are, right? They find out that there's they find out that there's a session, and they just show up. His name's Daryl Warren, and that's Daryl with a Y, by the way. The other gentleman was Daryl Morton, not to be confused. And so I wanted to give Daryl an opportunity to share with you some of the things that he's learned, as well as some of the challenges he's had in training, and you know, just be available to answer any questions you might have about what happens after you get done. So I will turn the floor over to you, Daryl.
Thank you, Chris. And gave me an introduction. So I don't know if I
You're soft. We can't hardly hear you.
Uh-oh, can you hear me now? Here.
Nope.
How about now?
Yep.
Good. Yeah, I mean, you set me up, Chris, with the whole introduction, master trainer, and all the things I've learned. So I'm gonna try my best to live up to that introduction. First of all, shout out to Michelle Jones, Renata Dalton. Let's see, I think Bernard is on the line as well, Bernard Tucker. And did I miss anybody? These were folks that were in my group last year. So shout out to you guys. All I really wanted to share a couple of things. Number one, as you go and look at who's going to join your class, you know, don't get nervous. I got very nervous thinking about, my goodness, I'm not a techie guy. I've learned this new platform of AI. People are going to ask me questions. I'm not going to be able to answer them. That's okay, right? Because we had people that were in the class that could answer those questions. So yeah, I've had 24, 48 hours of training. We all delivered a project. Each of the people in the group delivered a project, and oh, by the way, I gave an exam as well. And there was a matter of you pass it or you fail it. I'm glad to say that everyone did pass, but again, it was structured to pass, right? It's not structured for anyone to air quote fail. But again, I was really worried about not knowing enough about AI. I always approach it, as I share with Chris, the 300 approach. You know, it's more important for you to take care of the person next to you than it is for you to win in the fight. And what that did, it opened up people's minds. For instance, Charles Lee, who I don't think is here with us, he was able to create a proposal writing system with AI. I think he used Replit, which Daryl had no knowledge of. And then Bammo, there it was. He created this proposal writing system. I see Michelle shaking her head. I mean, it was incredible. So it took the weight off of me as the trainer to, again, just take the pressure off of myself. So we met several Saturdays in the evening, total number of hours. I think we had 15. But yeah, that's the first suggestion. Don't be concerned that you don't have all the answers, because this technology changes so fast. There's no way you could have all the answers. And lean into the people that are in the room. And really just, again, know that the people next to you could help you out. But then the other side is, as far as most of America, and certainly most of America, people of color, we're still in the very forefront of this. So we're still that up 2%, 3% that are learning this technology. So that's all I wanted to share. Chris is, talk about the master trainer. I mean, Chris knows so much more than I'll ever learn and know, but he doesn't give you that impression of, hey, I know everything, right? I mean, so much of our learning has to do with connecting with the person who's delivering it. And Chris is a very humble, knowledgeable guy. So that's all I wanted to share. If anybody had any questions or comments. Makes it real easy.
I'll ask you the first one.
Okay.
So from what, if you were going to describe what your typical learner was, right? When you were thinking about your 20 people, who would you describe, who would you say you found was most eager to come?
People that knew that most of these were small businesses, either solopreneurs or 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And they're trying to grow. They're trying to, be a solid business owner and stay open another year, month, day. And they realized there was this new technology that they figured, hey, how can I help this streamline my business, make me more profitable, make me more efficient? So there were people that were non-technical, people that had been open for at least a year, people that had generated, a couple tens of thousands of dollars worth of revenue, but they didn't know what the next move was going to be. And then here's this opportunity for Chris and Emil and others to teach us this technology. And we had a great time. Again, I'm not going to speak for the people that were in the room, for Michelle, for Renata, for Bernard, but man, I was just so blown away, not only by the knowledge, but really by the attitude that everybody came with, which is so important. I see a couple of hands.
Got some hands up.
Yep. Beverly?
Yeah. So I've been using AI for a couple of years. Or say chat, Claude, whatever. But I don't think that I'm using it as efficiently or effectively as I could be using it. How were you using it before you took the training? And then how did it change after you took the training? You know what I'm saying? And what differences did you notice in, what differences did you notice in your use?
So great question. I wasn't using it at all. And that was the reason I called Harrison Painter, who is one of our colleagues, and said, hey, Harrison, I see you on LinkedIn. You're posting all this stuff about AI. The way I know AI is Allen Iverson. That was pretty much my limit. And he said, hey, what are you doing Saturday? I said, well, it sounds like I'm going to be hanging out with you. So went to the session, met Chris, met Emil, met the rest of the group. So I don't need to get into the, am I using Perplexity? How often do I use it? Did I use it other than writing a book? I'm an executive coach, so I use it a lot to synthesize my sessions with my clients. Oh, and by the way, I have to do that blocking out their name due to ethics, right? You don't want to put someone's information into an LM without their permission. But it's mindset. I mean, my biggest change was my mindset and ability to look into something I wasn't aware of and be confident enough to go in and say, I wasn't aware of it. Can somebody help me out? So, beyond just what you learn, and now I have a little bit of knowledge of Perplexity, and I use Gamma in a debrief today for the Berkman, and it saved me 4 hours, 5 hours easily. And the people you're working with, they, how do I say that? This person I happen to share with them, I was using AI. But let's say at the beginning of our relationship, if they agree that AI may be utilized to do synthesize the sessions, they don't know if it's Daryl or AI. But what they do know is how I use it and how I have a discussion with them about it. So it's a tool. It's not me. It's a tool.
Can you talk for just a minute? You mentioned Gamma. Can you just mention? I know Carletta's got her hand up. She's being very patient. But could you just talk about were you there the Saturday we did the Gamma overview spontaneously?
Oh yeah.
I think that I think that helps tell them what we're looking for in terms of and why I'm the way I am a little bit.
Well, we're trying to figure out why you're the way you are, Chris.
True.
So yeah, I'm a visual learner. They say 2 out of every 3 people are. I think that number is going to grow due to YouTube, TikTok, graphics, etc. So I loved PowerPoint. That was my go-to. But when I saw Gamma and I was able to, whether I uploaded a document or whether I gave it a prompt, hey, I want to create a 4-slide deck on how to grow tomatoes in Oregon, right? Just who the heck knows, right? And then I hit enter and it spit it out. It almost scared me because it happened so quickly. Now here's the watch out. As you share this technology with colleagues and clients, how do I say it? Do it in a way that allows them to still maintain some knowledge. What am I talking about? So I joined a new firm 2 weeks ago. They're a career placement firm for senior executives. It happened to be an ex-client of mine that actually bought the company. Really interesting story. I'll tell you that another day. And their HR person was saying, oh my God, I got to take all these decks, PowerPoint decks, and convert and update them. I mean, they were really sleepy, not a lot of graphics. And I said, hey, have you ever heard of Gamma? And I thought long and hard, like, should I share it with her or should I share it with the CEO? So I shared it with her. She's like, no, what is that? And then you can automatically see people get defensive, like you're going to tell me something that I don't know, right? And her name is Andrea. I said, Andrea, I'm not an expert, but it's something I've learned. Shared it with her. We uploaded a document, hit enter. Unbelievable. So, because this technology is so new and valuable, but we're all people, right? Depending on who you share it with and how you share it, depends on how much they soak it up, if that makes any sense. So just be careful. Carletta.
I have a fairly simple question. I was just wondering, when you were getting people for your class, like where did you go to make sure that you had enough people for the actual class that you wanted to run? And then how long did it take you from the moment you knew you had to set up a class? Like how much runway did you give it? I'm just curious.
So we were the first class to deliver a class. So there wasn't a whole lot of time between Chris saying congratulations and us recruiting people for the class. So there really wasn't opportunity to screw it up, to fail, because we went right into it. And I let everyone know day one, hey guys, I'm one of the first graduates, bear with me. But I had started the Moby program at Butler about 3 or 4 years ago. And those were small Black businesses that were, walking through with us over a journey to just learn business basics. So that was a core that I had. Renata, Michelle, Charles Lee. Bernard was not part of that group. So that was my start. A few of them knew a few people. And then I just made a few phone calls to my network. So I think we started with maybe 21 and ended up, Michelle was 17, 18. So yeah, I mean, finding those 20, I thought was going to be a challenge, and it was. But the more this thing grows, I would open it up to, I won't say everyone, because it's a class, right? So you want everyone to not necessarily be on the same page, but at least to have some of the basics. of either business knowledge. Again, my focus was small businesses. Some people are focusing on the ministry. Other people are focusing on education. Cassandra, I can't remember her last name. She's just brilliant in the educational space.
Williams,
yeah. But Michelle, can you share a little bit with Carlotta and anyone else on the, just the class itself real briefly?
Going into I had some knowledge of AI. I had been using AI for a little bit because I'm a techie. So anything new and fresh out there, I'm going to figure out what it is. But the class was very helpful in the sense that you had people that were all different levels. You had people that were just starting out. You had people that had some knowledge, and then you had people that were more advanced. And so it's like he said, he kind of used the concept. You guys have seen the movie 300, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the concept that Daryl was talking about. So you were basically working with the people that were a part of the community with you. You were helping them get to where they needed to be. And sometimes, I know myself, I'm very analytical. And sometimes when I talk, it's very over people's heads. And so with having it that way, it forced me to bring it down to a certain level, because now I'm talking to people and trying to help them understand what the AI is, what we're doing, especially with some of the activities that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But Daryl is kind of giving you a low view of it. Daryl knew what he was doing with what he was doing. I mean, because he did introduce us to information that we didn't already know. And the way that he presented it, I kind of see now that it was more along the lines of Chris's mindset of making it your thought partner and not giving it the responsibility of doing the work for you. And so each one of the classes built on each other. So had the basics with the prompting, generative prompting and all that. But then as you build, it required you to use more of your knowledge base. And so you would have to know the foundational stuff before you can get to the next thing. And so style that I ended up using.
Yeah, thanks for that, Michelle. I wish Calvin was here on the call, because Calvin's a colleague, friend of mine, executive coach. And you ever talk to somebody and you can kind of tell that their eyes are glazing over, right? Because you're getting into an area that, I mean, we all do it. I do it every day, right? And that's when you have to be careful, because if you continue going, air quote, over the head, and Calvin was able to grasp it, he's a very smart guy. Matter of fact, he was the first one that gave his project presentation and literally said, hey guys, when I first walked in this door, I had no clue what I was doing. And now, based on learning from, and he wasn't pointing only to me, he was pointing to Michelle, he was pointing to Renata, he was pointing to Charles, that he learned. But as you're delivering your content, you're going to have people in there that are there reluctantly. They don't want to be there, but like, okay, I got to learn this stuff somehow. And once you see that deer in the headlights glaze over look, bring it back. Maybe even ask a question, because if you keep going in that vein, you're going to lose people.
Okay. I have a couple questions. First, okay, what did you use the same format, slides, whatever that we've been given in the program?
Good question. I had to personalize them, right? Because I took some of them and used them as they were, but a few of them, so that I could make the material my own, I had to make a few changes.
Okay.
So as long as you have the core content there, the core concepts, chain of thought, prompt engine, whatever the topic is, build around it. And then also, don't be shy to take out a slide or two. Truly, with a technology that's new, less is best. Definitely.
Okay, and you said that you ended up with 15 hours. How did you present this in blocks? Were you in the room with them or were you online or what?
No, all of ours were, and it's funny you say that because I thought that just due to time, people wouldn't want to devote in-person time on a Saturday or a Thursday or a Tuesday. And they were like, look, if we've got a choice, we want to be in person.
Okay.
So all of our sessions were in person, and we did like a 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock type thing through a meal. How tight this group was, I think I provided food for the first one, and everyone else chipped in on their own and said, hey, I'm going to sponsor the food. So again, it causes the group to become tighter and tighter and tighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anybody else? Any other thoughts? Renata, you want to share anything? Or Chef Felicia was also with our group.
I think Zach's got his hand up.
Okay. Hey, Zach.
Hi, Derek. Good evening, everyone. It's not a question, it's most of the comments. I just want to say thank you because I was a little bit intimidated, joining this AI class because I don't know much about AI. All I know is ChatGPT and ask a question to ChatGPT. And what am I really coming to learn here? But I'm very open. I really want to learn this technology. But hearing you and Michelle, your testimony, give me a little more confidence that I can be very new here and learn everything about AI. So,
100%.
and I'm really open. I'm very excited to be here.
100%, Zach. And so, Zach, what's your background? What's your field of work? What do you do?
I'm a financial professional, but I have a background in business administration. Yeah.
Right there, you've added, right? I mean, I'm not a financial professional. I'm not I know a little about small business, but you have a knowledge base and you have a skill set that everybody else in the room may not. So yeah, you may not be AI air quote certified, but you've got some knowledge on financial planning or investments or that the rest of us don't. And so the brilliant part is not trying to be a Chris Daly, right? Or another AI expert, because it's happening so quick that I don't know if you can keep up. But what does make sense is for you to use AI and be the AI go-to person in financial planning or investments, right? So if you can create that lane, and then, oh, by the way, once you get that knowledge base and are able to use it in financial world, oh, wow, maybe you can create a training course for other financial planners out there. Again, I don't know if that would be your direction, but the point is you can create your own level of expertise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback off of that. I think that was one of my favorite parts of the class was that we were able to apply it to our industry. Because all of us were coming from different backgrounds, and even when you separated us in groups, you didn't put us with people who were in the same industry just so we could be stretched in a different way. So I think all of us, I'm sure, have been in classes where it was a lot of information, but you were like, how do I apply it to what I actually do? And I felt like I didn't walk out of there not being able to answer that question.
Right. And you guys were having fun too.
We were.
Yeah.
Angel, you got your hand up.
Yes. Thank you very much. So this is not a question. It's just to say what I'm actually doing here. So I'm here to become a trainer. That means to know how to train some other people, because I already, after I took some like 2 hours courses with one of the first people that came out of the AI master trainings. Yeah, I've been playing with it, and I am in the financial industry with Mr. Zach as well. And I used it to simplify, to automate a little bit the processes that we do to make it more, so that we can duplicate our skills in more people, so that they don't need to see us before they do it. They just go on the platform and they do it. So that's what I've been able to do with it. But right now, what I need is to actually know how to teach people, to learn it, to be able to teach people so that they can apply it to their industries. And I hope I'll be able to accomplish that being here. It's I'm very passionate about it. Yeah, so thank you.
I can tell. I can definitely tell you're passionate about it. What do they say? Each one teach one. Chris has several tools that help you figure out a way to teach it to others. Liberating structures, Chris, was one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
We would have the group, one of the ones I could think of, and then I'll shut up here. Something new that you've not heard of before. Chris gives an overview of it. Okay, guys, go and maybe either think about it or go online and do a prompt based on who you are, who's the audience, what are you trying to accomplish, what's your time frame, right? Some of the basic structures of prompting. Then once you understand it, turn to the person next to you and try to explain it to them. Have them ask you a few questions. You ask them a few questions. Oh, and then those two people get with two others, another pair, and then you discuss it from not only the mechanic part of it, but how you're going to apply it to your business. So as Renata was saying, she's in the therapeutic business. Michelle is a publisher. Charles is in the IT space. Calvin was a coach. And those conversations were to the point that I had to cut it off. It's like, okay, guys, you've been talking for 20 minutes. We got to get back to class. So anyway, but yeah, Chris is the man. I'd be glad to chat with you guys. Once you guys do graduate and then you're actually about to launch your class, I'd be way open to a conversation on just some ideas as to, okay, now you're ready. Now you're the, air quote, the master. You've got your piece of paper, your certification. Now what do you do? So.
Have you been out in the community, Daryl?
Such as what? Delivering content?
No, I haven't really published it yet to everybody else, but this group is working at in a community platform that I have gotten the first draft of, right? And they're the guinea pigs for it. They were kind enough to volunteer or be voluntold that they were going to participate in it. And it's at community.innopower.ai. So if you go and sign up, you can you go check it out. They're all in there. Everybody signs up to it. They all communicate. They're starting to chat back and forth, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we're definitely totally creating a community. I'm going to bow out here, but I will say this, again, so what, now what? We're learning all this content. We're hopefully going to apply it to our business, make us more efficient and effective. But from a commercial perspective, the training that you're receiving, depending on who you talk to, is definitely in the thousands of dollars, right? I mean, Purdue is offering a 12 or 15-hour course. I think it's $3,000, $2,800. And I don't see a whole lot different of the content they're sharing versus what you're getting. So it's definitely valuable.
Well, they are, I can tell you that they are definitely paying top dollar for this training that they're in.
Their time,
right? 20 people trained that's a significant contribution.
It's huge. All right, Chris, I'm gonna bow out. Let's leave it to you.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, guys. Good
Come
luck,
back
everybody.
anytime.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. So anytime one of the trainers show up, I think it's important that you hear from people who have actually gone through it, right? It can be a little bit intimidating. So I appreciate everybody participating, asking questions, and giving Daryl a chance to share his experiences. Are there any questions of me before we jump in? Because we've got about 40 minutes left, maybe 37 minutes. Are there any questions before we jump in to start talking about how we did?
I have a question. Real quick, could you clarify the for this assignment, this conference, should we be, I don't know, are you looking for this to be like implementable right now or like scalable right now?
I'm going to say yes, but there's always a but, right?
Uh-huh.
The but part of it is if you go back, right? You go back to Tuesday at the very beginning of class, what I talked about was using AI as a thought partner,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we all do things a little bit differently. You're in groups, you got group dynamics going on, which can be good and they can be bad, right? Sometimes people will lead you down paths maybe you wouldn't go by yourself, or other times they'll take, and those paths can be beneficial, or sometimes they can be detrimental. But the whole concept of the activity is for you to use AI as a thought partner to do something that you've probably not done before, right? How do you start? That was really the gist of the exercise.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
no,
I'm not, and I'm
oh,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
I'm not really, would I like to see fully implementable plans? Yes, but not I don't want to see a fully implementable plan. I'm more interested, that would be great if you could do that. But if I got to choose between you have a good learning experience and you understand how you might use AI to be a thought partner and a
Mm.
plan, I'll take the experience every time over the actual plan.
Okay. No, I was just making sure. I've yes, I've created conferences and my curriculums and pitches. I've won pitch contests using AI, grant funding using AI. But I can't remember. Somebody had made a comment Tuesday on ours. And so, like, according, what am I trying to say? Our group, I feel like, well, we developed ours to actually implement, and us four, we're going to get together and develop it for 2027. So, but somebody in the class had made a comment saying like you needed or you wanted something like that we could do right now, I guess. So I just wanted, but I think we're good. Ours is scaled out far.
My email address for the invitation you're going to send me to the conference is cdaily@innopower.ai.
Absolutely, for real. No, we're serious about this.
It's, and I'll use Daryl Morton as the example, right? We're really, I view my job as not as an instructor, but more as a facilitator. And Daryl Morton went out and wrote books that he hands out to kids to teach them about aviation and flying. That's what we're trying to inspire people, right? We're trying to inspire you to go do this. And if you got inspired and the four of you want to go off and create your own conference, hallelujah, go do it. Right?
Okay.
Let me know if I can help.
Absolutely,
In fact,
please. Yeah.
You've got 40 people in this network now
That will be invited.
or that may volunteer, right? They may pitch in and help you. They may share it with their network, right?
No, seriously, we were joking before you brought us back in, but I'm like, look, I'm ready to start campaigning and start fundraising. But no, we don't baby steps. But okay, sorry. I just needed clarification a little bit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else got any questions? Okay, well, let's start. Does anybody want to talk about their plan and specifically to limit it, right? Because we've got now we've got about 30 minutes. Let's limit it to 5 minutes and talk about your plan, about the formation of your plan, the process you went through briefly, and then talk about the plan itself and where you ended up. And it also include the topic. And if nobody volunteers, I'll call on somebody to start.
I can go first.
Okay.
Thank you, Carlette. I was going to ask you if you would go.
Okay. You don't have to ask. So we were a group 5, and what we came up with a conference was called Hoosier Ready, Preparing Indiana's Workforce for What's Next. And the way that we came up with the topic was that we kind of looked at everybody's expertise and what they were interested in. And one of the things that we noticed as a group is I was talking about Indianapolis because I'm here, but parts of my group were in different places. And so I was like, I know in Indianapolis, we have a gap between the jobs available and the people that are really applying for those jobs. And not only that, we're having problems where people are having to use different ways to apply, which can lead to scams and things like that because they're on sites that they shouldn't be. And so there needed to be some re-education around it. And as we were talking, Melissa then talked about how she was seeing the same thing working in Evansville and Gary. So we thought we could do it around the state, which was good. And then Sheree added in her input as well, about, we talked also about transportation being an issue. And so how we looked at the conference overall was to use our resources like Ivy Tech schools, which are located in all these areas. And then we did research around where are the areas that have low workforce or connecting those workforce ideas. So we used AI as a thought partner, and then doing research for us really quickly, like, oh, is that really a problem? One of the things I really enjoyed about the group, and a couple of people aren't here today, but Matthew brought up a great point about how, in his experience, even being in the tech industry, sometimes bots will be your first interview, right? And I hadn't had that experience. Or one of the issues is that your resume could get scanned for certain words, and if you don't know those words, then you don't even get the interview. And so we talked about the highs and the lows of using AI, but that people were definitely using it. And so that was going to be an educational component for the employers as well, because they might be missing out on some good people to actually hire. We also, instead of just having a conference where people are listening all day, you can't tell by this, but we wanted to make sure people were moving. So we had different stations that they could go to where they would have a finished resume, where they could actually talk about what are their transferable skills, because you do a great job in this class about asking us what our expertise is, but then applying it to how we can move that forward using AI. And so we wanted to make sure that we have that same conversation with people who maybe don't think that they have transferable skills, but they definitely do, that they could use an AI because of what their perception is. So I think that what we talked about having it in different areas and the possible partnerships that we have could make the event low cost, but yet very informative and transformative for the state.
Great. Anybody got any questions for Carletta and team?
I feel like, friend, you should pitch that to what's the unemployment office called? Workforce.
We did have them. Thank you. Yeah, we had them in partnership because we thought about all the places that they are, as well as Ivy Tech. So thank you for that, Lena.
Absolutely. Y'all on it. You got it. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Carlotta? Nice job. Nice job, Team 4. Okay, who's next?
I can go for room 2.
Okay.
Okay, what we did is we started off with the PDF that you gave us and began to look at what we thought would be something that all of us could kind of get our heads around and do. So we were looking at a group that would really, really benefit from a conference that's centered around AI. And so we came up with newly single moms or single parents. And so we're calling it, you don't have to do it alone, AI support for single moms or single parents. And so we kind of went down on that first couple pages of the PDF and started looking at what you had on there and started building from that, answering questions like what our takeaways were going to be, what myth that we want to try to debunk, real life examples, what are safety ethics, that type of thing. And so with our vision, we came up with our context, which was looking at single moms. The AI opportunity that we saw was how to use AI to help plan their lives. With 3 areas being specific that we were looking at, and that was budgeting, logistics, and scheduling, being able to schedule out their days. And so we wanted to have a conference style that was a combination of a speaker and interactive activities. And so as we started talking, we kind of built out our vision statement, which is run your day, not the day running you. Newly single moms learn a repeatable way to plan their week, protect their money, and manage family logistics using phone-friendly AI tools 10 minutes per day. And so our signature concept was plan together, leave finished. Not theory, not panels that talk at you, but guided and built sessions with real outputs. And so the whole thing is for them to leave with already knowing what AI products are out there for them, and have already started using those, coming up with 3 basic prompts that they can use within those AI tools that were available to them. And so once we did all of that, and we were talking about what it was that we wanted to do, then I took some aspects of your PDF and we put it in with all of that information and a little bit more that I just shared. We put it in ChatGPT, and I used your prompt that you had on the form where it says you are a professional event planner and I need your assistance with visiting a conference to bring AI empowerment to my community. I want you to act as my strategic thought partner, asking probing questions, challenging my assumptions, and helping me think through all aspects of conference planning. And then we put all of that information in it. And so it spit out how many pages is this? An 8-page strategic plan. After I went through and cleaned up some stuff and asked some questions and answered some questions of what we could do to put on the actual conference, a 1-day conference for single moms.
Nice.
And so the key to it is that it would have it would have interactive workshops where they're actually learning how to use the AI tools and how to create those prompts for the AI tools. It would have lightning talks where they would have real stories from single moms who are using AI in their daily lives. And then there would be a panel and Q&A, and then a networking and reflection at the end.
Very good. Very, very good. Did you actually, I have to ask this question. Did you actually put the PDF into ChatGPT?
No, I did not. We just took sections from it that we had not already broken down ourselves and put that in. But we didn't put the whole thing in there. No.
Okay. Good.
But we did use information from it where we copy and paste.
Sure. Yep. Again, I'm not a single mom, but I'll sign up to come. Any questions, any thoughts for Michelle and company?
Are you gonna offer scholarships? How are you gonna get people?
Yes. So there will be tickets that would be available, but we would also have scholarships, and there would also be childcare available for those ones that needed childcare. So that would be available. Um, but we would also have group tickets to where 2 or 3 people can come within the group and pay the group fee. So anyone that finances was a challenge, they could apply for the scholarship. And the scholarship would either pay all or part of whatever the ticket cost is.
I'm going to throw one thing in before anybody else asks a question, and I'm going to tell it as a story, and then you can. My daughter just had, in August, had our second granddaughter, and she lives in Scotland. There's a movie theater in Glasgow, Scotland, where they have Mommy's Day. So they have a video, they have the movie, and they space it out so that the mothers can bring their babies with them, and they can literally sit there and watch the movie. And because everybody else has got a baby, right? If one cries, it's not a big deal, or if a couple cry or whatever, right? Or people getting up, they're all very understanding. That sounds like it's very similar to what you're talking about with your conference, where you got daycare. As you were talking, I was wondering if you were going to get to daycare, and that I think is a really good idea. Really good. Any questions for Michelle? Any more questions? All right. Nice job for you and your team. Okay, who else wants to speak or share what their group did? Kathleen, you're off mute. Do you want to?
Oh, I was saying she did a really good job. I guess I could talk about this. Okay. So what we got together, and like I said last week, we had a really hard time of getting to a target audience. So right about the time we finished, we got to a target audience, and across that target audience were healthcare professionals, education, um, small business owners, and Jesus, my brain just went mid-career professionals. They all have a reason to want to need to do AI. And so the name of the conference is AI Curious to AI Confident. So you put it all together in order to look at that. So we looked at a practical kind of conference where in the morning you have a general look overview of, okay, what is AI? What are prompts? What are, to balance the beginner against the intermediate or whatever, and at least be able to do something. And then in the afternoon, you have specific breakouts that cover topics specific to the different professional levels, so that people can go in and work within their group and generate. They'll have prompts that are specific to them. They'll have somebody speaking to them that's actually using AI in their community. And that way they'll go away with things that they can do right now. Okay. Things that they can do later. They'll go away with AI apps that will change the way they do their work. Okay. Make a difference for those things that are specific to them. And let's see. We looked at 100 versus 300. So, and of course, when you feed that in and you ask for gaps in your plan and your framework, it says 300 is very ambitious. Like, well, I only did that because you suggested it. But then I asked the question about, can we make this like 100? Oh, 100 is practical. It's a good start. You can build your audience and go on to do something else. So we look kind of a SWOT analysis of what you ask the questions, you challenge the AI, it gives you stuff back, and that is not what I asked you for. And all of those things. So we came up with a plan, who the attendees were, who we're going to market to, what is our marketing plan, who might we target to be sponsors. And Willie was like, because we were looking at our budget, and one of them was lunch. And Willie said, well, we don't have to provide lunch. We can just have food trucks come and they can go out and do food trucks. And that's a pretty cool idea. Plus, we can charge the food trucks and make them a sponsor by charging for a unique spot and doing what they're doing. It gave us 3 different tiers of speakers. Your A tier speaker who might be, to speak to your audience, and who the lower down, and I think that has a lot to do with how you adjust your price uh and things, practical but not theoretical, accelerated but not exhaustive, and community, not isolation. So it was very, very clear out, broke out the financial plan, the conference design, all of the content and everything. And it depends on what you ask it. This is what I taught my students last night in class. This is how I'm going with you, Chris, on turning my students to, it's okay to use AI, but this is how I want you to use it. And I use your thought partner idea, and you should see my presentation last night, about 20 minutes to my students. It was really pretty good, but as a thought partner, querying it, bouncing stuff up against the wall, it was really, really good. And I was totally amazed at decisions like go, no go. When do you decide that? Where's my break even point? All of those kinds of things you could get out of the AI in planning the conference. A timeline, what to do to make a difference in the time they spend going from one room to the other. I hadn't even thought about that. But it's like, how do you make use of that? I use a golden ticket in my class when students leave, when I teach face to face. And it's like, what do you want? What did you not learn? What? But what Bernard, what was his name? Daryl said about that question he asked them. That was a really cool thing. And one of the things he suggested was when you give name tags, put your name on it, and then the thing I like to learn and what is my pain point. And I was like, then when you walk up to people, you automatically know what you're going to talk about them and talk to them about in the networking. So that's it. That's all I'm talking about.
That's good. Thanks for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of questions do y'all have?
Not a question. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You said it was not a
question. Not a question, but a comment. I did instruct the AI to be a marketer, a content creator, a conference planner, something else, and all of them with 25 years of experience in doing this kind of work. And I think that makes a difference in what you get in your feedback. But I wanted to have my team be somebody very critical on the work. So when you challenge them for the who, what, why, or why is this going to work and why is it not going to work, then you get real honest, like experience answers.
Mhm.
I forgot about that.
Nice job. Any questions?
And Chris, it
So,
was a very great discussion about how we can cut costs, and we were going back and forth. I really enjoyed the breakout session because it was really a meeting of the minds.
yeah, I mean, first time I used it like this, it opens your eyes, right? It opens your eyes in how you can really use this to help you do things. You know, I'm probably telling on myself, so I hope nobody from work hears this, but I actually used it the other day to go in and read a SOP, a standard operating procedure, update it, and then write it back into the template so that
I'm probably happy to have some peace and quiet.
I'm sorry? I thought somebody said something. So I used it to do that. And then I did, I go through and I always read it to make sure it does everything. And to the point, it actually it actually made a difference in that it gave insights that I wouldn't have gotten, that I wouldn't have thought about. And so
Chris, I'm sorry. I don't know what that means, write it back into the template. I don't know what you mean by
so I
that.
gave it a Word document
Uh-huh.
and I said, update this Word document.
Uh-huh.
Read this SOP. You are a expert in blah, blah,
Writing
blah,
it.
blah,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
Read this Word document and then modify the Word document to, or no, first I said, give me the suggestions you'd make, right? The strengths and the weaknesses and the suggestions you'd make. And it gave those to me. And then it came back and said, would you like me to update the document? I said, yes, because I'm lazy. I said, yes. And so it went in and did that. And it created the Word document. It kept the format, right? Because it was a form, kept the format, but updated the Word document. All I had to do was take the Word document and make sure it was good, read it, and then took it and ran it by our QA person. And they said to me, well, I don't know how you knew all this stuff. Well, then I told them I used AI to help me. And of course, they laughed at me. But, um, that's something you can do. You can have it create documents for you, update my Word document, update my PowerPoint, create PowerPoint slides for me. It can do that for you. Okay. So we're 8 minutes away. Rather than go on, I'm going to ask, what kind of questions do you have in general? Anything, right?
A question for you. Based off the responses that you've gotten back from the activity that we've worked on for the last 2 days, is this the type of response that you were expecting to get back?
Now I gotta be personal here, right? So it was I'll say it this way. It's the response I was hoping I'd get, but I always think that when I'm doing something, I always think about this could go bad, right? And so it is, I mean, I've done this, I've done these kinds of things before. And so I hope that's what what we got. I hope you get a meaningful experience out of it. I hope it's not just boring to you. I hope you learn more from each other than you do from me. Um, and the fact that some of you are thinking about going and saying, hey, let's go do this for 2027. That's good. That's what I want to do. I want to provide enough. I want to provide the input. I want to provide the space, and I want you all to run in that space as much as you want. And that's why I don't get wound up with it. If you created an AI conference or you created a conference on bird watching, I'm not that wound up on what the content is. I'm more interested in what you're learning and what your experiences are, because the content itself, you're not going to remember. I mean, let's be real. You're not going to remember what you, 3 weeks from now, you're going to have a hard time probably unless it was really something that inspired you. You're probably not going to remember much of what you said, but you'll remember the things you did. You'll remember the relationships you built, and you'll remember the skills that you used to get there. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get you, because this stuff's all going to change. I mean, it's all changing fast that it's the inherent skills, the problem solving, the critical thinking, the collaborating and communicating, the iterative and incremental. Those are the skills that you need, right? And that I hope you get out of this. And they're the skills I hope you help your 20 get, right? Because at the end of the day, the job they're doing today, 5 years from now, it's going to be different. The skills are going to be the same. People are going to go, oh, you need to have da 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 da, whatever it is. Well, in reality, I mean, I've gone from cards and programming on 80 columns to what we're doing today with AI, right? And it's not my knowledge of each of those subjects. It's the fact that I like to think it's the skills that I developed when I was in my early 20s in college and thereafter that carried me through. So that's what I'm hoping that you'll all get out of this. And
I can tell
yes,
you,
I believe that I'm a poser, so I'll just go there so nobody has to ask. How's
this
that?
is a quick comment real quick. With our group, we did come up with a lot of stuff on our own, but we did use AI as a thought partner too. But I do personally feel like I still was thinking too much. Probably because I wasn't the one entering in the prompts. And so I definitely would like to get more practice in using AI more. Because I like to come up with my own ideas too, but I think AI is great with coming up with its points too, and it did help us put it all together. But I still feel like I was thinking a little bit too much with my brain. I need to use more AI. That's
I
just a
think that's a
personal
good
opinion.
thing.
You said that's a good thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
I
have some
do
moments
too.
of silence in our group a little bit, but then we got back on target because we were really, really trying to figure out who we can have speaking, we were really, really trying to figure out who we can have doing these things to make it a real live conference. But other than that, I think it was a great experience.
Tamika,
I look
you can
I
never
love your
think too
passion.
much.
Go ahead, Martin.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Tamika, you can never think too much because your AI becomes another person in the room with you. Like Chris was by himself and he took the manual and he put it in AI and they collaborated together and he told her what he wanted to do and helped him get there. You can't think too much because, I mean, all a tool is an extension of you. You could pound a nail with your hand, but it works a lot faster with a hammer. So don't ever say why I'm thinking too much, because AI is never going to be able to outthink you because it doesn't think. It has a data store that it's drawing from. Like Chris, I took my first programming class in the fall of 1977 when I was a junior in high school. And I've been working with IT ever since. My time continuum for IT spans from there to here, like Chris. And so we have all these things that we've seen and done over the last 40 years, 50 years that we use. And you ask us something, and we may be drawing on a piece of kernel of knowledge that we got back in 1984. Do we know it came in 1984? No, we just know it's in our toolbox. So the thought process from where I sit is getting your toolbox. That's what I tell my students is when you leave me, your toolbox will be overflowing.
That's what I say.
So true.
Bravo.
I will also say that the creativity comes from thinking. It doesn't come the AI may prompt some thoughts or may give you some ideas, but it's you being human, using human-centered AI. It's you that is actually being creative. Now it's just a tool. Just like while you were somebody was talking, I was playing with a chord, right? Yeah, I'm not playing with the chord. I'm actually thinking, right? And trying to absorb what you're saying. And that so you're always thinking, you should always be thinking with AI. It should come alongside you, not replace you. And so it's not a bad thing. All right. So we're at the end of week 2. Congratulations. We've got one more week of prompting, and then we're going to, then we're going to start moving away from prompting and more to teaching. So, and that'll be in week 4, we'll start moving away. And then those of you that are educators will be excused after week 5 because you already know how to teach. So I'm not going to make you sit through that unless you want to. So just to give you a heads up, I'm not going to give you homework for the weekend. Want you to relax, watch some football. I don't know about you, but I'm worn out from the IU game. So have a nice weekend and get ready for the 3rd week, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to catch you because I had a conflict today, so I didn't get to connect with my group, and I don't know how to do it outside of this.
You don't know how to do it outside of the meeting itself?
Right.
Reach out to them as part of the community.innopower.ai.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can direct message them. You can set up your own
Okay.
little group.
I'll do that.
Let me jump
And
in
then-
here real quick. I sent you a message. So if you just check your when you go to the community .innopower.ai, you should be able to see whether it's the bell icon or the message icon. And I
Okay,
uploaded
you are fabulous. Thank you so much.
document is up
Because
there and everything.
Tuesday is my birthday, and so I don't know if my family is gonna let me escape. So I may also not be in the whole one of those. But
Okay. Well, we're recording them.
yeah,
So-
I know. I'm gonna, but this one won't be the same. I missed a lot.
Yeah.
Because we were grooving, we were moving and grooving, so it's all good.
Yep. Well, I hope you have a happy 29th birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Chris, I am having some problems. This is Chef Alicia. I'm having problems with community .innopower. It won't let me move forward. I didn't put in probably about 5 or 6 pictures. Keeps asking me to put a picture in.
Put
And
a
then-
picture in.
Yeah,
So you broke something.
I guess so. I guess so, because I'm like,
Let me
I
pull it up. Let me pull it up. I'll look right now. My son worked for me for a number of years, 2 or 3 years. And that was always the way every time I talked to him in the morning, I'd always say to him, "So what did you break today?" And he'd look at me funny. And I said, "If you're not breaking something, you're not trying hard enough." Okay. All right. So that's there. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So you're going into where? Courses?
I'm not even getting that far. That's what I'm saying. I click in and it tells me to log in. I probably got about 50 accounts. I've never even seen any of this.
You got 50 accounts?
I'm just saying.
The first thing it asks you to do, Chris, is that it requires you to give it a photograph. If you're
Yeah.
not willing to give a photograph, you won't even be able to join the community. She's getting stuck there.
Yeah, I'm getting stuck there.
She's not even in the community. So you're looking in the community, she's not there. She's trying to get through the gate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I put in about 50 different pictures. I'm like, you must don't like this picture. Let me get a different one.
Is it your picture?
Yeah, it's my picture.
You see, the thing about technology is you can't bribe it with a good peach cobbler, but that was a person, you can get through that gate.
You can bribe me.
So I'm just not sure. Now, can we go and log on to it just through Google? Can we, or do we have to go through the email? Or I mean, how does that?
No. Well,
Okay.
it's kind of set up today that it sends you an email.
Okay.
Why is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, I'm gonna have to look.
Okay.
I'm looking at onboarding and it does profile. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There you go. See if that'll let you buy now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And let me make sure it's community.innerpower.ai. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been.
Mm-hmm. You want me to put it in the chat for you?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the call.
Okay.
Chris,
Thank you.
Chris,
Yeah.
the next few weeks, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be coming in late. Is that a problem?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's kind of like college, right? Or university. I'm interested in, yes, I would like for you to be here, but we record, we've had a couple snafus the last couple classes, but like this one is recorded and we plan on recording them and uploading a summary and the video. And then it's up to you to catch up on the material.
All right. Well, we have signed up for after school events, so they may get out a little bit around 7:15, 7:30. So I didn't want that to be a problem.
No, it shouldn't be a problem.
All right. You all have fun. See you next week.
See ya. Bye-bye. Hey, is anybody else got any questions? I see Donna left me one, but I'm not sure if she's still
Yes,
here.
I'm still here. I haven't been able to get past lesson 2. When I go to lesson 3, it won't open. The prompt engineering.
Uh-huh.
I wondered if they're not all unlocked or.
They should be all unlocked. Can you share your screen so I can take a look?
I'm not actually on it right now. I just checked it before I posted the question, and I went in again, and I still couldn't get in.
Okay. Is it which one? It's lesson which?
The one
which
that's
is
the prompt engineering.
Unlocking AI as potential.
Yeah. I was able to do 1 and 2, but and this is like probably the 4th time I've tried to do the lesson 3, and I can't get in it.
All right, I'm gonna have to look at it, Donna. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't remember which one it was, but it might have been lesson 3. You just have to tell it that you've already completed it and move on. But I couldn't get into one of them either. But it will allow you to say I've completed it and move you to the next step.
Yeah, I thought I'd fix these, but it's not there.
Technology is great when it works, not so much when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right, let me take a look and see what I can figure out.
Okay. And just shoot me an email because of the weather, we're on an e-learning day, so I'll be on my computer all day, but I won't necessarily have classes. So
Okay.
okay. Thanks so much.
Yep. Hey, Donna,
Yes.
for our next class,
Mm-hmm.
because I know, because I've have a little bit of experience with you,
Mm-hmm.
I would like for at the beginning of the next class, I would like for you, if you're okay with it, to talk about what you've done in terms of education and in your classes and the conversations we had about, creating the rubrics and the grading and all that. Would you be okay doing that?
Yeah. And in fact, I've even done a little bit more. I teach 4 dual credit classes right now, and one
Right.
of them is Intro to Lit. And the students were doing desk work all day, so I had time to create stuff. Now,
Yeah. Can I interrupt? I'd
Yeah.
like for you to talk about that at the beginning of the next class.
Okay.
Right? And just go through it and tell them, because you've told me, and I loved what you did. I hope you got that message when I was there. I really liked what you've done, and I think it's a very valuable lesson on how somebody can take AI and just run like crazy with it and really increase their productivity. But
Well,
yet you're still human centered too, right?
Well, I created a whole semester class in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's 20 short stories, 22 poems, a play, and essay assignments, short answer assignments after they read each story and do each poem. And I did that in 3 hours.
Yeah.
In 3 hours. So normally that would take me weeks to plan
Right.
a course like that. And I did it in 3 hours. And so then that means, especially teachers, when you have X amount of different courses that you do, like most of the time you have 1 or 2 classes. So that's like 2 classes you have to prep for. I have 5. I have 5 different preps. Only 1 class that I teach, do I teach it twice. Everything else is different every period of the day. So if I don't pre-plan, I'm going to drown. And it saves so much time. And the kids, when they get their feedback from their essays, it's 2 pages long. And they've even said, this helps me so much because I know exactly what's wrong with my essay and how to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And to give that kind of feedback typed 2 pages, do you know how long that would take me to do 1 essay? I mean, and I do that with a class of 23.
Mm-hmm.
And they get the feedback quicker, because normally if I would, do that, it would be 3-week turnaround. I can get it back to them in a week.
Yeah.
And then they know, okay, I've got to do better on this time. Because when you're done giving when AI, because I tell them what I want you to grade it on these criteria, then it spits it out, and then you look in the areas for growth. I pick 2 that need to be worked on the most. And then it asks, would you like ideas how to fix this? Yes. So then that's another 2 or 3 paragraphs to put on the response. So then they see, okay, I keep making this mistake. This is how I fix it. And it's, as a teacher, you want to do that, but let's be realistic. Nobody has the time to do that.
Right.
So now they're getting that expert advice of how to improve, and it makes you a better teacher. You're better serving that student.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm excited about you. I'm excited about Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
all right. Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
You have a good weekend.
You too, as well. Thanks.